Okay. Um, Sup with it. Welcome to Zero to Hero. Week 5. I'm doing my best Scar Newman impression that I possibly could. And so this is week 5, and we are training up Atrioc.
5 weeks in.
We are training Atrioc. Wave your hand.
What's up, stream?
And every week we go over a new concept and we track the progress of Atrioc at tournaments and his overall improvement. And the hope is that we go more in depth with training. Typically, we see match analyses go, and then after they do the analysis, the player's off on their own, and we don't really get to see fault. But on this show, we get to see Atrioc's growing progress every week, step by step. So it's actually really exciting. We saw some muscle gains. It was like as if he bench pressed for the first time in weeks and saw like a 30-pound new record. How are you?
Doing good, dude. I'm feeling those muscle gains.
How have you been?
Pretty good. I had my Foundry tournament this past Tuesday, and it was the best result I've ever had. I think some of this stuff is really starting to come together. I was able to beat a lot of people who normally would beat me before. So, I mean, that alone, that's the perfect sign that there's progress being made. Those guys have defeated me in the past, and this time I actually was able to come out ahead in some sets. So, I only lost to L, who's ranked, Great Fox, and to... Who else did I lose to?
Nick M. Whittier.
Nick M. Whittier, yes. Yeah, we'll talk about that game.
Okay.
Yes.
And so overall, very impressive. That's very exciting. You won more sets than you lost. And so,
yeah, first time, dude. It's amazing. And what's even crazier is to think that I'm going to win EVO. So it's like, there's so much more left to go.
Poetry in motion, man. What was it? Yeah, L's a very good player. I think on a good day, like I'm just like really scared of him because I know that when he's on point, he can easily 2 to 3 stock me, and he's done that previously where I'm just like, what the hell happened? I lost in a minute 40.
Yeah, he definitely 3 stocked me twice, so I can feel your pain. He crushed me. But he's really good. Actually, one thing he did is when I was Shino stalling, he would wave dash back and grab the ledge from me and yell, swoop, swoop, and then take it, and then I would fall to my death because I wasn't ready for that.
Okay.
So one thing I'll have to be ready for.
It's like getting cheesed out in like StarCraft where you didn't know a timing window existed and then you just got base.
Yeah, I didn't even think that was a thing. I mean, I've seen people try to do it in pro matches against like me and stuff, but he always like air dodges back until he's fine, so I assumed I'd be able to do that, and I definitely just died. But I don't think L needed that. I think it's
all right. So a couple questions I have for you. So what did we go over last week?
Last week was a pretty important lesson. I think I've used it a lot against Marths. Talked about down throw, like punish game versus floaties. Basically, like the 3 different options, like the DI in, DI out, or no DI.
Yeah.
I haven't obviously got it down, but I've been practicing in 20XX, just trying to get like, if I just look at Marth, see which way he's going, and then do either like an up smash or... The one I can't do is the turnaround. Usually I can do, if they go full back and or if they do no DI and I up smash, or if they go away and I can run and grab, I'm getting those a lot better, but I am not too good at turnaround and doing like an up tilt and stuff like that. So
yeah, obviously
more practice, but it's been helping a lot because normally I would get like 1 F tilt max off of down throw, and it's like not enough. Or unless they're a high percentage, then I would get, a forward air or something. But
yeah,
this helped me a lot in racking up damage in those matchups, which were actually kind of hard for me.
Yeah, it's like hard because like if you do it too early, nothing happens, and so you have to like get a feel for the pause.
Yeah, definitely it's the timing window. We also talked about like footsies, smaller stuff that we've talked about before, but like more in depth. And obviously, I've been trying to apply that all in my game.
So rumor has it that Ben SW is also getting some hitting coaching lessons, and so is Golf. Is that true?
I had not heard that Ben SW was getting hidden coaching lessons. Who told you that, and where from?
Well, Ashcon, aka other NorCal Buster, was putting up screenshots of how he's been beating you more and more and getting coaching from Crimson Buster.
Ben has been getting coaching from Crimson Buster?
Yeah, apparently.
That would explain why Ben's been playing more lately.
Yeah.
Straight up, Ben is not ever going to beat me in any facet. But who's the other person you said? Golf. Golf has been getting coaching from Gar, NorCal's Sheik. You'd think Sheiks would stick together. You'd think Gar would help me out.
What does
No.
golf play?
Golf plays Falco.
Oh, okay.
What Golf does is record a match versus me, where I'm playing Sheik, and he'll send this to Gar, and Gar will point out all of my Sheik weaknesses, all of my mistakes, everything I'm doing suboptimally, and he will line item by line item, and then next time I play golf, he'll have all my weaknesses ready. It's very tough. Keeps me on my toes.
Damn. Well, that's like really good to like help improve you. It's
Yeah,
like,
it actually is. It's pretty good. I think
like
it's a win.
It's like that saying goes, iron sharpens iron. So you got a really good sparring partner, which is always good.
Yeah, absolutely. Except for MSW. He's no good.
Yay. All right. Okay, so this week we're just going to talk about defensive play and just surviving,
Yes.
smart decision making, and minimizing your losses. So this is actually like really broad. I mean, if you thought offense was really complicated, well, there's so many things that go into defense that that people don't realize. And to be fair, you don't really notice that unless you're really high level, because it's like, oh my gosh, he escaped. Like, you're never thinking about that. You're
Yeah,
more-
exactly. I think defensive game is like the mysterious one. That's what really separates the top players.
yeah,
I think you can get your combo game down, by looking and watching and copying and just practicing. But defensive game is hard. You don't even notice it.
yeah,
I feel like when you play top players, you start to feel it in the game, but you don't really know why. They're just amazing at it. Defensive is the hardest, the hidden, unexplored area of this game, I feel like. And I would really like to get more insight into it because I am super weak in that aspect.
yes. And so, like, whenever like a player drops a combo, we always assume it's because the guy on offense messed up, and not because the defensive player like did something really cool.
Right.
So it's a highly underrated thing in like anything. Like if you watch sports, like you don't really know why like the Spurs are so good on defense. It just kind of happens. And so we're gonna talk about like better decision making and just cutting our losses when we get into trouble. And so developing the defensive game is like really tough because if you come from a school of really bad players, like the bad players will not pressure or punish you for small mistakes, and they're probably not going to be able to combo you at all. Like, like very rarely will a Falcon do like 3 up airs into a knee. Like they're not going to have the tech skill for it. And so
A good anecdotal example is I was just playing our office's Jigglypuff player, and I noticed I do a ton of like bad dash attacks and bad dash grabs, and he will crouch cancel them or crouch under the grab and then not rest me. He just never rests, and so I've gotten these really bad habits because like it's such a high. There's no risk for me.
yeah,
Like he doesn't really get anything off of it, and so that's a perfect example of this. My defensive game on that kind of stuff is bad because I don't get punished for that mistake.
yeah.
Usually just in that matchup. Falco will punish me a lot. So.
And if you like play against like a scrub Falcon and then you play Scar and you're like, holy crap, like I'm getting punished for this. Like,
Yeah, all that stuff I thought was safe, and it's like absolutely not. So.
Yeah. And so that's usually why, for you new players on stream who may be watching this, why like your offensive game might be disproportionate to like your defensive game. Like you get hit, it's like you're like a little kid that's like helpless. But when you get the hit, it's like, oh wow, because like they don't know how to DI or anything. So it's a very
Right.
disproportionate thing. So, so I'm just gonna talk about some general principles, and it's so. Decisions. It's like, what are you going to give your opponent? Like when you're kind of locked up. This is like when like on the flip side, like you're really in a bad position. And so I gave this analogy before, and we're gonna look at this like kind of picture of like Peach versus like Sheik. This is Amsa, the Nihonjin, the European Sheik.
Yeah.
And if you look here, Armada is very willing to throw a shield here. And keep in mind this is PAL, so the throw isn't as good. And the reason why Armada is doing this is because you have to think, well, what's like the most damaging thing can Sheik do? And it's gonna come off of some sort of fair or back air or a tilt that will lead to a fair.
Right.
And because of that, like Armada can favor like the shield because the grab doesn't do anything here.
Right, because the down throw sucks.
Yeah, and Armada abuses this because, like, if you look, she's also hiding under the platform, so like the approach angles are really hard. And if Amsa just misspaces a little bit, they'll trade, and Armada will do more damage.
Right.
So in here, she's portraying, well, I'll give you the grab more generously than everything else, as long as I don't give you the fair.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
Mata, you're a smart cookie.
So if you're ever stuck in a bad spot, you should always ask yourself, what percentage are you at? So this goes back to low percentage versus high percentage. And so off of that, you can judge, well, like, what does my opponent want from me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, some characters more than others, right? Because like their strategies change depending on
Yes.
percent.
Yeah. So we should also add what are your opponent's characters, goals, or tools?
Yeah.
And is it to take a stock? Are you at that like coveted kill percent, or do they need to rack up percent? And so based on that, you can see in these like bad positions, like, okay, like, well, I'm at, like, if you're like against like Fox and you're like at 150, like an up throw won't do much anymore because like they can't combo.
Right.
And so that's like something to really consider to like cutting your loss. So we'll just bring up like a hypothetical situation here. So if you look here, you look at the game state. What are some things you notice?
Let's see.
Pretend you're the Sheik.
I'll never play Fox, so don't worry about that. 112% stuck in shield. In shield stun, I assume, because that move is out.
Yeah.
Under a platform. I don't have a timer, so I don't know where Randall is.
Yeah, that's a good observation. That's a
Uh,
good.
Oh, I do have a timer. I actually don't see it, but okay. So what can kill you, and how do you get out? What can kill me right now would be dropping my shield. Any move will kill me. Any nair, any back air.
Yeah.
Is this high enough to where the up throw up air doesn't hit? Is that
Up air can still work unless you miraculously like hit the shy guy and like SDI it.
I feel like almost everything kills me now.
Yeah.
Maybe like a well-DI'd nair, but I feel like no matter what, I'm going off stage and then I'm in an edge guard situation.
Yeah. So this is like a kind of a tricky situation. Probably not the best example, but everything can kill you. But it's like you still have options. You can kind of roll. You can wave dash out. You could try to go on a platform. You can hold shield and hope that he messes up.
Right.
But like a lot of it's just like a feel thing, and like there's like many different routes you can take out of this. And this is like where you kind of get a feel, and it's going to be a mix of reads and a mix of feels. Personally, I would just like wave dash to the left. I lose stage, but hopefully, like it kind of gets me out of the position.
Yeah, I feel like what I would definitely do is probably roll left, go to the ledge, sheen us off a little bit, and then look for a mistake to try and get a forward air or like a ledge dash grab.
Yeah. How does this change for you if you were at 40%?
Fewer moves will kill me, although it's just Fox is like a weird example of me. I feel like every Fox move is super dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Like up till everything's gonna like just put me in a situation where I'm really scared. So I don't know. But at 40, I still can't crouch cancel anything. Like nair, right? I still can't crouch cancel as nair. So
You still can if it's like a weak hit.
okay. Well then, yeah. If it's like a falling, like a full jump nair, maybe I'll crouch cancel that. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And if Fox is at 120, I mean, I guess he'd just be a lot scared. He'd be a lot more scared, so I'd have more options. He probably wouldn't be as aggressive when hunting me down. Because when he's at 0, like nothing I can do can hurt him.
Well, if you get a miraculous grab or something.
Yeah, grab is all I'm looking for, and like he's gonna know that. So.
And then so these are kind of like the things like I will think about like randomly throughout the day. It's like, oh, like if I change this variable, like how does it affect it? And if you ever want to theory craft, that's like one of the best ways to do it. There technically, I mean, the decision trees are so diversified that there really isn't one right answer. There's like
right. It's just something to keep your mind thinking about. I get
Yeah.
that. That's good.
Here, like I'd hold the shield and see if he pokes me one more time and try to see if I can get a nair trade.
Oh yeah, Nair shield.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
but I mean, I won't always do it, but that's an option I begin to consider as something like decent.
Especially if he's at 120, then like that Nair kills him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see what you're saying.
And so, well, like, let's say you end up like getting hit, and you're like at 40. So first of all, acknowledge that you got hit, but realize you still have some decision making. And this is like the one thing that newer players, especially people with terrible mindsets, like have. It's like, oh, I got hit, I'm dead now. Like you listen to a Falcon player like whine, they go like, oh my gosh, Sheik is so lame. Once I get grabbed, I can't do anything.
We have a stupid Ganon player at our office that won't shut up about Sheik. I'm like, dude, switch characters or stop Johnning. It's like, what are you gonna do? I'm playing the matchup.
Yeah, but because they're doing that, they're not thinking about how to get out. Like if
Right.
they get grabbed and they get demotivated, they're like, "Oh, this is so lame. I'm not gonna get out." You know, because like when you're thinking that, you're not thinking about how you can get out. Like your brain power is being used to talk about how lame things are.
Yep.
So ask yourself the following: what did you get hit by? What percentage are you, and what is your stage position? So what did you get hit by? Because it's important. Because this will determine like if you can escape or DI. What
Right.
percentage are you, and what is your stage? The latter two are game states, and you know our ultimate goal is like not to die, obviously.
Right. But also, ideally, to get out of the combo too, especially if it's a low.
Yeah, and minimize the percentage you take.
Yeah.
But there are some trade-off. Like you could take 2 hits but get center stage, and that might be better than taking 1 hit and being in the corner. So,
Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah.
So when you get hit, so you want to picture it like you're in like a grab combo of some sort. Let's say Falcon. It's like can you like imagine the different paths that Falcon can take? Because you can manipulate his combo system, right?
Right.
Like because based on EDI, like the decision that he has to make to do the correct follow-up changes, and like this takes a little bit of thought. It's like kind of like a weird form of chess. It's like even if you assume that he's always going to get the follow-up, like which decision tree and which series of DIs will let you get out, like, but take the least amount of damage.
Right. And knowing his options give you some opportunity to mix up too, just to make it not so easy.
Yeah.
I often will do the same DI. If I do any DI, it'll be the same DI every time. So, interesting in learning about mix-ups.
Against a mid-level Falcon, like I'll mix it up like crazy, but against a player like Hax that will always know what to do, I have to begin to pick a series of options that will get me out, but I will take the damage because he's guaranteed to get it. So I'll take 50%, but I'll get out, as opposed to taking 70% and dying.
Right.
So that's like one thing you have to consider, and that's something that just comes with experience. So when you get hit, you still have a series of decisions you make. The first question you should always be asking, if you're assuming you're grounded, is like, can you crotch cancel?
Okay.
So Falcon's Nair is actually crotch cancelable. And
That's what I do. That's one thing that's helped my matchup is just hold down, crouch cancel the Nair, and forward tilt.
It's amazing, right?
Changed my life. I mean, I'm not beating any Falcons like amazing, but God, it just makes the matchup 10 times better that you can do that. Otherwise, Nair just pushes you around 24/7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was glad to learn that.
Yeah. Plup is a master at this. What he'll do now as a bait is he'll forward tilt Falcon's shield, and then bait Falcon's to Nair, and he'll just take the first hit and grab him. It's like
that's amazing.
It's like a weird checkmate thing where you sacrifice a pawn, and you get like a rook. But
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good way to think about it.
Fox's Nair, Sheik's weak hits, tilts, and jabs. Like
Everything Sheik does can crouch cancelable.
Yeah.
It sucks.
the mirror match can get really silly. Even down smash is crotch cancelable. Yeah, it's really silly. Also ask yourself, like as you're getting hit, can you SDI? This is really important. Because technically, like you watch the TAS videos and like you'll see like the strangest DIs and like you can get out of things.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was watching TAS videos today. I was watching Sheik vs. Marth TAS videos.
It's insane.
It's insane. Super insane.
Yeah. Ideally, like you know, when you watch really really high level play, they SDI everything if they can.
Yeah.
And like they'll get out of combos in like ways that like you never thought of, even if it's not like a multi-hit move, because it's like
SDI is so hard.
Yeah.
Do you really SDI that frequently? Ah, shit's like insane. It seems like I don't know, man. It's
There are
worth the
some
practice for sure.
there are some SDIs that are like crazy. Like Mango like SDI'd Armada's down smash in a way that like he didn't tumble. He got up before Peach's down smash finished and then hit Armada.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So there's like weird things. Of course there's like Fox's up air, Fox's drills.
Right. Yeah, that's one. I want to learn the up air one, absolute up throw up air, get out of that, and the drill shine, because those are like core to the matchup. I feel like if I can't SDI out of those, it makes me significantly weaker.
Yeah.
That's the first ones I want to learn.
Like
And that's obviously more.
if you don't like those are things I think are essential because if you get that, you get an extra life,
Right.
and that's
Yeah.
huge.
It's gigantic.
And so, and then ask yourself how can they follow up as soon as you get hit. So if you get like scooped up as like Falcon's like up air, it's like okay, like how do they follow up? And you need to be able to realize like what envision like the next like 1 to 2 hits that you can
And
get.
get your guy ready too, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for the most part, unless like you're like Fox on FD against Marth and you get grabbed, like very rarely should you get hit more than 3 times in a sequence. If you are, then there's something clearly wrong with
Okay.
an
Yeah.
escape.
That's a good philosophy to have. I'll keep that in mind.
Ideally, it should be rarely more than 2, but then there are some auto setups where it just kind of happens.
Well, yeah, against Falco, dude, sometimes I feel like he's got some auto combos that I don't know. Try and dare onto a platform up till maybe I can get out of it, but it just seems so hard.
Yeah, that's like a mix-up though. So always be aware. I think we already discussed this. It's like Falcon gets you in a grab. Like, what will make it hard for him to follow up? And you mentioned some things. So what were some things you did? You mentioned the answer already.
After he gets the grab.
Like, let's say you're in that situation.
So right now he's got me grabbed.
Yeah.
I mean, you mean mix up like my DI? Mix up like which way I go?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I can like mash out. That's one possibility. I can mix up my DI.
Yeah.
I could, if I knew what his follow-ups were per DI, then I could also get my DI ready for those follow-ups.
Yeah.
And then hopefully I'd be out of it by then. Like, maybe 2 hits, max.
Yeah. So it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So just make it as difficult as you can. Like, playing hacks, like, he's gonna tech chase everything, and it's, like, really frustrating. But, like, try to identify an escape, and that's what we'll go over in the next few slides. These are kind of like Jackie Chan-like things. Where like Jackie Chan uses like everything of his like environment to hit people for some reason, or like escape.
Yeah, he uses the pool stakes in the pool. He uses everything in the chair.
So one example is this. So I want to just give context to this situation. So S2J gets a stomp here.
Okay.
And let me see if I can get the clip, just to give context.
Yeah, the clip might help.
But Haxa, actually, this is like a really like cool escape. Gosh, I sometimes hate the ads.
Little John running through the forest, jumping fences, dodging trees, and trying to get away. Oodle-lolly, golly, what a day.
So this is like if you can grab the ledge off a follow-up.
20XX, baby. 20XX. 20XX.
Yeah, right now I'm seeing some goats.
Okay, it's gonna come up.
There we go.
Alright, let's see. We'll slow it down here. This is something that Hax is like really amazing at. So it's gonna come up. Is it this match? Gosh, what timestamp was it? 5:19. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Habs
Alright.
versus STJ. I was at this round robin.
You were.
This is actually when I first met you. This is
Oh.
my first tournament. This episode was my very first tournament. Wow. March 23rd, 2014. About 1 year ago. That's crazy.
Damn. And you're already like going 3-2 in tournaments.
Let's go.
Alright, so watch this stomp. Like normally, like when we think of stomp, let me turn on zoom in. I always forget to turn this on. We'd think like, you know, he would go up straight, right? Because it's a stomp.
Yeah.
But like, watch this like magnificent SDI to grab the ledge.
Okay. Oh, okay. And is he tech too? What was that?
He teched and like grabbed the ledge with like the momentum.
That's crazy.
And because of that, SUJ like didn't get it, doesn't find a tech chase, and Hax regains invincibility.
Hacks are amazing. Feel bad by your hands.
Oh yeah, he's getting surgery today.
Is he?
Yeah, our thoughts go out to him.
Do they know if he'll like be able to play again after the surgery, or is he done?
They said that he can play.
Oh, good, dude.
Yeah, but
Except for the Melee team to lose someone like Hacks, who's like really pushing the boundaries.
so this like finding like little ways to tech to the ledge. So the other classic example is the wave dash or wave shine from Fox.
Yes.
If he wave shines like at a bad spot and he's a little greedy and he slides you off the stage. At any point, if you hold like up and in, you'll immediately grab ledge instead of falling off.
Oh, wait a minute. Can I have it like visualize? Put your mouse where this would be. Where would this be happening?
Like, let's say like Fox, like wrong screen. Let's say like this is like Fox, and he like shines you, and you go off screen, right?
Okay.
Like if you like
Just hold up and in.
like up and in as you're falling off, not on the DI.
Okay.
Like
So I die out, but I hold up and in when I'm falling.
yeah, then you'll grab ledge instead
Okay.
of falling down.
Oh, like, why would I hold up and in? Okay, that makes sense. Okay, cool.
And so that way it will get you to grab ledge, and he loses the follow up.
Yeah, it's amazing. That's awesome.
So that's one way to get out is to utilize the ledge.
I love you. I love the ledge, dude. I'm a mini Muti King when it comes to the ledge. I love it.
And similarly, like let's say like Falcon was like here and he was like down throwing you. You know, like he can do the drop zone, but if you DI away, like he loses the follow up and you grab free ledge.
Yes, I do it all the time.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
like one way to do it, and that's one thing to think about is that if you can find like a combo tree where you keep DIing away, and like his next fall gets you off stage, then he ends the combo and you lose stage position, but you don't take any more damage. So that's one way to get out of
And
situation.
especially for a character like Sheik, who's got like a pretty decent ledge game. It's not too bad. It's not, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like being on the ledge, but it's not bad.
There's also SDI, and it's like one of the most important techniques.
Is that Fox's there you're talking about? I've seen this Kirby Kaza video. It's so. I mean, this is not video. This is comic.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Muti King gave like the absolute worst answer. He thought you just DI'd both sticks up to get out, and that is definitely the wrong answer. So SDI, obviously, to get the drill. It's important for surviving Nair, for up air, obviously, and Ice Climbers is Blizzard, and this is like little things like that because there's this really like gnarly setup that that you may not notice from Fly Amanita. You know when he does the desync?
Yeah, I mean, no, I don't understand desyncs that well. I've played one Ice Climbers in history.
Let me see.
I literally have one recorded match versus Ice Climbers ever.
I hate
But
Ice.
I've watched some games. I understand. I've seen Fly tear people up.
Dude, he's so good.
He's so good. Also, I see all the gifs on Reddit of Wobbles doing the thing where Popo will wave land and then Nana will hit, and that's amazing.
Anyway, so I can't find an account, but so basically Fly will separate his Nana and Popo, and Nana will like throw the blizzard, and you're forced to block, and then as you're blocking, Popo will just grab you, and then you're dead. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
And
Yeah.
so like get out of that, you take the blizzard hit and you SDI up, you take 10 damage, but you're not gonna get grabbed.
Right.
Because even if you get hit by it and you don't SDI or you block, you're dead.
Right, you're just dead.
Yeah, and so that's like another situation where you'll just die.
Yeah.
And
It's something with up there. Like, that's something you have to learn, otherwise you will stop.
Even Fox's Nair is there's little ways that you can SDI and you will like live because of just.
How do you SDI on, like, for example, give me for what you do for up air. What stick inputs are you pressing?
So what I'm doing for my up air is I'll try to DI direction, and then you pay attention to what side Fox is hitting you on.
Right, yeah, I see in the comment. They run, like, you DI left, and they're over here, and then
Yes.
they'll run towards you.
So if they're on my left side, then I hold my C stick right, and then as soon as I hear that hit, I immediately wiggle the stick like upright to down right.
Upright to down, okay.
Like, so let me just draw here. If that's my stick,
Sure.
God, I can't draw circles.
That was a terrible start. That was a huge square.
Alright, there we go.
Sure.
If that's my circle, and I'll just go like along this, that's my motion.
On your analog stick.
Yeah, and I'll
Stick is held right.
Yeah, and in my C stick, I'm just holding right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What else is
Cool.
there?
I'll just practice that, dude. There's like a thing in 20XX where you can practice it.
You can?
Yeah, it's like that makes the computer automatically up throw you and up air over and over.
Wait, what? That's so like stupidly good.
Yeah, it's amazing. I didn't know the input, so I didn't practice it. But yeah, I can do it. So.
And then let's see if I can find a near example. Let me see if I can find an example. Alright. I'm pretty sure there's one in this video that I'm like tuning into. Alright, anyway, I guess I can't find it. Alright, and then there's also platforms that form a new mix-up. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll type in a way that the platform becomes an option, and this is like kind of a bad picture, but so Android is getting chain grabbed here. He's like at like 80 to 90%, but he DI'd like in a direction so that now like the platform could be a mix-up tool for him.
Right, and I was like, you have the percent where it's possible.
Yeah, it's like around like 70-ish. I think like
Sure.
73%.
Not that field.
Yeah. And so, so that's a potential mix-up for the mistake. For the mix-up, I guess as a meta tool, sometimes you cannot use it. You don't have to use the platform if they're overzealous on like reacting to a platform hit. That's something PPU does a lot.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes people just know if that's an option, they'll cover it. They'll go straight for it because they'll assume you'll always take it.
Yeah. My secret technique here is I'll DI like here, and then I'll DI in. The reason why is because
DI's in tech in.
Yeah, the reason why is because like they're gonna position themselves to fair here and back air reaction here. I'll take a guaranteed hit, but that back air won't kill me.
Right.
But because like I DI'd left initially, like he can't. It's gonna be really hard for him to fare both ways.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so it's like the least poisonous out of like all the
I feel
poisons.
like when people have done that, it's definitely mixed me up, and I find messed up. So, let's see actually right here.
And okay, there's also walls, very common. So this is like
Ooh,
for, like
walls.
where if you are here, smiley face. DIing down and away is the intuitive option.
Sure.
And so this way, if you get up smashed, you go against this wall and you can tech. Does that make sense?
Totally. Yeah, the wall's godly.
Eric,
But also, if I get up smashed and I go into that wall, I'm still losing this game because I'm playing Fox on Borgo Stadium. He's going to put me in that corner and shine me.
SDI, man.
Right, SDI, it's the future.
And then lastly, we have an EMSATEC.
Turn it off.
We have an EMSATEC,
Yeah,
and you have to be able to.
this
is one of
is
the most
super
important
important. Yeah.
things.
I've actually been practicing this. If it's someone on Reddit told me the C stick down, yeah, the DI, yeah, we got it right here.
Yes.
Down and in, C stick down, and just hit L. If you hit it early, it gives you have more time than I thought. You
Yes.
just L pretty much like before you get hit by a significant amount, and then they hit you and you tech, and it's amazing. I've been doing it a lot more. Like it's it keeps you surviving for a really long time against a lot of things that people. It makes it so Sheik's ledge game. They have to choose different moves than they want to choose when they get you to land on the ledge on stage, which is amazing because it's already it sucks to be Sheik in that position. So making it a little bit harder for them is awesome.
Even making these weird ones. So let's say you recover on this platform here.
Yeah.
And they back air you. You could supposedly SDI the hit and C6 and AMPS attack it.
Oh my god, that would be amazing, but it's very hard.
So these are little things that will give you an extra life.
Have you heard that quote? It's by an old football coach, John Wooden.
Basketball coach.
Oh, basketball coach. Yeah. And he said, when I look at a champion, I see someone who has mastered the art of perfecting very small details. Something like that. Yeah, I thought that was an amazing quote. And it applies to Melee so well. The champions in this game have found the very, very small stuff and made it better. It's perfect. It's not like they're doing something so radically different. They're just doing the small stuff a lot better, I think. So that's super cool.
And also just general game sense. So the picture on the right I want to show you is a really important part in the Shroomed Hungrybox set. So if you just pay attention to Dwan's life there, so we'll tune it up. Gosh, I wish I had ad block, but I'm a good guy.
You're a good guy. You need no ad block for Twitch. You can have ad block on YouTube, you guys.
Gosh dang it, where is it? Alright. So there's one moment that comes up that was really important. And this is something that Mango's a master at, by the way. He does not get comboed by Hungrybox that very well. So we'll slow down here. Okay, this moment comes up right now. And if you do anything but what Dwan did, you would die.
What happened? Can you play it again?
He gets up tilted here.
Okay. Tilt rest, right? It happens every time.
Yeah, but look at this.
Yeah.
So Hungrybox is looking for the rest, but he misses. Isn't that amazing?
How did he do it? What happened?
He just pressed down, and he made sure that he was oh crap, I'm gonna get hit, but I held down. So it comes right about now.
Okay.
Do you see that?
He teched it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow, what a beast. He teched the up tilt?
Yeah.
How do you even... Oh my god.
He crotch cancel immediately teched it. Because there are two things that went right there.
Sure.
He crotch canceled because if he didn't crotch cancel, he's flying up there and dying at 23.
Yeah, absolutely. That happens to me a lot.
But if he doesn't tech that either, he's getting jab, reset, rested anyway.
Right, so it's the one option. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Shroomed, you're amazing. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you never notice as a newer player.
And then
commentators do not talk about it.
And then this moment right here.
I've seen this set plenty of times. I didn't notice it. That's crazy.
Okay, that up tilt.
Yeah.
If he did not DI down, he would have died here.
Oh, awesome.
So there were multiple little things at play here. So there's that, and then he loses here. He would have died. That would have been a rest.
Right.
Another rest if he didn't do that. And so all these little things of just situational awareness that just come with experience.
That give him so many more chances. Yeah, it's amazing.
There's this classic example of PPMD and Hungrybox. Let me look it up.
Zenith.
So there's a picture on the left, and can you guess what happens in the left one? Well, what's Puff doing?
Down throwing?
Yes. As a Sheik main, how do you not DI that?
How do I not DI it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't put input to DI or where I shouldn't DI?
Yeah.
Well, I'm asking a question.
What's the one direction you do not DI in this situation?
Ooh, I don't know. I don't know the answer.
Okay, well, we'll see what PP does.
Okay.
God dang it. No, I don't care about Robin Hood. All right.
You don't care about these cute animals?
No.
Smash Mac.
Okay.
All
I
right.
feel like
Control of the center.
does Puff usually down throw?
Oh, wait.
It's a janky gimmicky mix-up.
Okay, I feel like I don't usually get down throw.
All right.
Okay, so
Watch this.
sure.
All right. Do you want to take a guess on like how you're supposed to DI it?
It sends you up, right? So you can only go left or right. Is that
Yeah.
correct? Okay. I assume you want to DI not in.
Okay. Yes.
DI left.
Although if you DI away, you might land on that platform. But if you DI in,
He is on
Yeah.
the last star.
Oh, gross.
see,
Gross.
those little things will determine whether or not you win a set or you scrub out. So those are like the little things. There's like it's like studying like vocabulary words for like the SATs. There's so many different things that you have to be aware of, and it just comes with time.
I want some flashcards. I want to start grinding these.
All right. There's also just like game sense that might be counterintuitive to some rules. So
Sure.
my percent just rises to 92. Do I DI away or DI in?
Oh. Because this will kill you, right? If you don't. I don't know. I guess DI in or you die, right? Is that correct or no?
Yeah, you DI in. Like, cause no matter what, the up smash isn't gonna kill me on that stage.
Oh, it doesn't kill you either way.
It won't kill me because it's Dreamland.
Sure.
But a lot of people will think, well, I have to DI away
Yeah.
because it's an up smash. But what an up smash will do here is put me off stage.
Oh, okay. You don't want to be off stage. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
And it doesn't. It's not killing me.
And you're going high enough that he can't follow up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That makes a lot of sense.
So
yeah.
there's like little counterintuitive things that you want to like understand.
Yeah. I would definitely DI out, I think, instinctively.
All right. So the overall, the end outcome is we want to aim to not lose our stock, minimize percent, and minimize edge guarding possibilities. So sometimes this is preemptive. If Shroom is in position that if he gets hit, he won't get edge guarded based on where he is on stage.
Right.
And so
That's just the power of stage positioning, right?
yeah. So
Yeah.
part of it's preemptive, and that's why offense and defense kind of flows together because by putting yourself on offense and taking a proactive stance, you take stage. You're not in these bad positions as much as you would be if you were camping.
Right.
Although camping has its merits. So just to recap today, we'll go over your match after. So don't panic when you get hit. Realize that you always have an option. That you always have
That's
some
a good idea in
decisions to make.
general. Just don't panic at all. Have a clear head.
Always ask yourself what are your opponent's goals, and then try to minimize the damage, and also try to find an escape. And by escape, I mean doing little things like amps attacking, finding walls, SDIing, using the platforms, or teching to the ledge.
Yeah, just overall finding all the little things that'll give you an advantage and give you more chances to win the stat.
Yes.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Okay, well, we can. I guess we'll look at your match right now. All right, let's see. Which window is it at? Not you.
This is my match versus NMW.
Yeah.
Okay. This stream.
How'd you feel like playing him? Do you get the good player nerves?
I don't think so. I really don't. Maybe I get subtly discouraged when I feel like I'm just getting trunched. And I don't know. I don't feel like it though. I feel like I'm pretty in a good mood. I don't think my mental game is that bad. I just am bad at a lot of things in this game, especially defensively, and so I just lose straight up. Like I don't feel like I'm getting in my head.
All right. So we'll look at this. We'll focus on a few things. All right. Wow. That's crazy. Good stuff.
Yeah, I felt okay on offense, but I think this is a great lesson. Your lesson fits with this theme so well of this game, because he got way more than 3 hits on me when he starts realizing how bad my DI is. I think the difference between game 1 and 2 is so clear. Like, you just realize that, like, his combos are so free when I'm not doing any defensive tactics at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have none. And so when he realizes that, the game switches very quickly. I didn't feel like I played worse game 2 is what I'm trying to say. It just, like, he realized my weaknesses and then adapted, from there. So
you got Marvel 3 in game 2 pretty much, right?
yeah, I got infinite. Like, he would air wobble me.
Yeah.
It's Lonenis' nightmare. That's what was happening to me. So, but yeah, good start. I was really happy with that first stock. Good start. Felt good going in.
And then you got him to overextend this way, and you kind of get a free path this way. So that's pretty good.
I honestly would have bet money on Nick. Ooh, that tech. Oh my god. What is this, man? Thank you.
I really like your weight here. So I'm gonna go half speed.
Sure.
So I like here.
Oh my god.
You stayed disciplined. And I think the previous version of you would have dash attacked and gone shield
Oh,
grab.
absolutely. Absolutely, I would have done that dash tag 100 times out of 100.
Yeah. So that's one thing off the bat that you could have improved on. And what I would do here is I get in, I force
Space
him.
fair?
I'll space fair and get him to. Either one of two things will happen. He'll probably roll,
Sure.
or he gets hit, or the third option is he's probably gonna fall down here.
Yeah.
But then he still has to work from there.
I need to figure out what to do when I get them to go to the ledge. Because I whenever I see this position a lot where it's that battlefield platform, I'm on the one side center stage, they're there in shield. I get this situation a lot. And I'll do the space fair, and they'll go to the ledge, and I feel like I don't know, like they'll come off with a knee or something and hit me, or I just need more ready, so I have to practice that. It's probably experience.
Well, if you fair here and
Yeah.
they fall off,
Yeah.
what I like to do is simply reset and go back here.
Okay, sure.
That's your prime triple threat position.
Just keep that spot going. Okay, sure, yeah. Okay.
It's okay to reset. That's the one thing that I think, in Melee, I think we have this stigma of we don't want to be repetitive or flowcharty. But to be honest, it's okay to reset a situation.
Okay,
All
good.
right.
Yeah, I need to learn that. That's one thing I should learn.
All right. So you kind of lost a little bit of.
I did. That's exactly. I did a mistake that I didn't want to do, but there we go.
So right here he lands, and he's going to be at a disadvantage.
Yeah.
And one thing you could do is, as soon as he lands,
Yeah.
he's on cooldown ever so slightly, and you could fair him,
Okay.
or you can just go for a grab.
Could also run up grab, right? I could have dash grabbed.
Yeah.
I think looking at it now, I think I should have dash grabbed, but. Notice my tag. I'm rocking that Z2H.
Yes, love it.
Oh. Yeah, that was bad.
All right. So the one thing I noticed that was a kind of big weakness of yours
Sure.
is the end result is that now he's in this 45-degree cone, and that's the ultimate weakness of Sheik.
Right. Yeah.
And
I
so,
think there was no reason for me to go in the air there. I should have stayed grounded. Yeah.
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 So if you're half sure, this is the weird form of dash attack where if you're late, you kind of screw yourself. When you dash attack and you're late, you kind of shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the vertical version of that.
There's a lot of Sheik things where I feel like if you're late on them, you're just done. And I don't know, because the way how comboable she is.
Yeah. Just I think this was more preemptive. You want to be reactive to where their hitboxes.
Yeah, I definitely. That's a great. Yeah, I feel like every time I try to be more reactive, it pays off. It feels like it works, and I just end up not doing it because I want to get those juicy, just reads basically, and that is not that good. It's not a good strategy to have going forward.
Alright, so this was a really questionable tech in place because if you look at his effective range, it's probably going to be up to here.
Yeah.
To be honest, there was no reason for you to roll into his effective range in lag.
Yeah.
Instead, you could just get up.
Yep.
Get up. This is one thing that are not saying you, but a lot of bad players will do is they'll wait so long that Falcon gets down here, establishes position, and now you're screwed. That's what a lot of bad players will do. They'll just take forever in their sweet time and get themselves cornered.
Right.
Not saying you do that, but that's something for the stream.
I'll probably do that.
Alright.
But it's good to learn.
All
Yeah.
right, so you get up, and then now you kind of build up your effective range. As he goes down, like you push your range and you push out to get your stage.
I love that example you showed from Pew Pew HBox last week. I've been thinking about it. Like I think about it when I play the game.
Yeah.
Of how he's like so patient in getting stage again. I can't always do it, but when I do, like slow grind that stage back, it feels so satisfying. It's like that was a great example. I'm really glad you found that game.
And then if you like play against a floaty and like they have you cornered like that, it's so miserable for them because like you just took away like 40% of potential damage on yourself.
Yeah.
So that was very questionable because you gave him like an opportunity to punish,
Yeah.
and that ends up costing you your life.
Yep.
Or like it should in theory, if this was Scar.
Oh, he goes for a Falcon Punch, so. I'm not having that.
Okay, so in this percent, you could actually, if you want,
Yeah.
this is kind of a tricky thing. If he DIs in like that, you could actually forward tilt here,
Okay.
if you want to do that.
Would have been better than what I did for sure.
Yeah. Alright, good punish.
That wasn't even timed right. He was gonna shield it.
Is he self-commentating?
No, he wasn't talking at all.
Okay. Okay, he had headphones. Alright, that's so risky here. Like,
What?
the way that you position yourself here, like, if he didn't knee there, you would have gone up aired and killed. Just,
Yeah, I think that was an accidental turn away or not an intentional, but yes. I would never do that on purpose.
alright, no reason why you should get hit there.
What did I do? Did I roll? What did I do?
You just ran into a back air, naked back air.
Oh, yeah, I just turned around. Why did I do that? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You could have fared there. Okay, this is one thing that you got caught a lot on.
A lot.
You gotta like stop that, like against better players, like especially if they're in active frames, because they're gonna zigzag around you.
Yep.
If they're not in active frames, like they're stuck in shield or they're stuck in a movement, it's fine. Or if they're like super, like even if they're shielding, like Mango, like even in shield, and I think I'm safe even on block, he'll back air me.
Yep.
So this is like the I hope I hit him, but against a good player, they're gonna murder you for
It's
it.
my worst habit. It's my most ingrained, toughest habit to break is forward from the ledge every time. It's really tough because for the first maybe 10 of these 12 months I've been playing, it worked every time with people on the out. It was like the core of my game was just get on the ledge, forward, and then get away, I get the ledge back. It's so strong, I never got punished for it, and now people are starting to punish me for it, finally. And it's been a real rough habit to break. It's like, yeah, I definitely want to have it only as a slight mix-up, and that is my go-to option every single time.
Because if you're threatening here,
Yeah,
your thing is like if they're willing to run away and dash dance like that,
yeah. Take the stage. Get on, right?
Yeah, you just go like this, and then you inch your way back in.
Right, yeah. It's so greedy to do that forward air every time. I get you. I'm learning. Man, I've done it to the point where even our really bad players can punish me for it almost every time because I do it every time. So it's like, I'll learn eventually. I'll learn pretty quickly.
And then you got your stuff stuck on a platform. Hopefully you don't get punished here.
What was that jump? Oh,
Alright.
there you go.
Ah, it's like when your opponent like pump fakes into you and you jump and then you're helpless. That's what I think of when you jump preemptively and on tech chase.
And it's not even a short hop. That was a full jump.
Yeah.
Terrible. I hate Sheik's full jump. Sheik full jump